It's Week 5 of the National Football League. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' superstar running back. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Raiders and the Chargers, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit it.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Pushing his way through, and he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their seventh-year quarterback.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So here come the Chargers as they get set for their first drive. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 catches, 75 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 30 big ones.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
2nd and 4. And that's incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. That was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Back in the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Mayer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. That's out to the left flat and complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw again. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain, but I wouldn't abandon.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 4 yards out. And the Chargers are once again back in front. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now they show jet sweep it instead, a run up the middle here. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 39. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The Raiders at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. And his pass incomplete.
I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On is the Chargers punter now. as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Now back to throw.
To the left side, there's Mayer.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. But graduate the Naval Academy back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
2nd and 3.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
He'll drop to throw, and the Raiders have got him.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is. Who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Back to throw.
Caught by Mayer.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
That's good for Las Vegas. 1st and goal at the 5-yard.
They'll drop to throw.
It gets it right back to Mayer.
No gain on the play. And it's 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. The kick by Carlson is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Stanton. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And his throw here is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Stanton. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter.
A short throw, that's hauled in by Mayer.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
From the 30 on second down, Stanton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. From the 42-yard line, here's a second down and 4. Back to throw. Stanton. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw right side, pulled in by Mayer. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Stanton.
And he will find his man on the outside. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 23-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Stanton.
To the right side here, caught by Kincaid.
That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looking to throw. Stanton. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Here's 3rd and 9.
On play action, they'll throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again.
Throw out left, caught by Mayer.
He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now in the afternoon. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw on third down, Stanton working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Stanton. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And only a couple there as they'll take this up to the 47.
The Raiders on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here's J. Cole now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Stanton. And the Raiders have got him. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Stanton. And this is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw. That's Mayer, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Back to throw again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And it's caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
force it now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stanton.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Stanton.
Thrown offside to Kincaid.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. Off play action. Stanton. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards.
And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And just shutting him off there.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at early's opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Stanton. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slam. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his health and totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here we go. First and goal.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Raiders, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.